Hi there guys, this is Durga Diana from Empathic Moon 777 and I want to welcome you to this reading for the Twin Flame Collective. So specifically for Empathic Moon 777 Collective, what's coming through today, I asked Spirit specifically the question about what do you want to tell the Divine Feminines in connection to the Divine Masculine. So this is really what's coming through, I feel, for the highest good in connection to the Divine Masculine. And I just really felt like I needed to do the reading in that way rather than doing a energy check-in. There's a couple of reasons why. I don't really want to be the focus on, you know, your other person. I really want to focus on, like, and here's what's coming through. Like, Spirit is wanting to talk about the environment. They're talking about nature in this reading. And they're talking about the restriction in connection to foundations and in relation to protecting the wild and green. So I feel like there's a bigger purpose here that Spirit's wanting to talk about here. There is this energy of the Queen of Swords in the reversed. I feel like this has to do with something that is going on in our world. It says here nature. So there is a connection to the land. There's a connection to the earth, the trees, the animals. There's the biodiversity. There's a bigger, how do I say it? There's something bigger than union with your divine counterpart. And I feel like I need to say that, and I feel like I need to guide the collective in this way, because I don't want anybody to be attached to anybody or anything, you know what I mean? And I don't want to really solely focus on the energy of your divine counterpart. It is good to know how they're doing, especially if there is a separation, but we also have to come into the realization that everybody has a light. So Archangel Haniel, she said, we have to believe that there is a light within everybody. And so I really feel like that says a lot to our journey and your counterpart's journey. And it really opens things up. Like there isn't a big attachment to, you know, this person that may be your twin flame, or may not be your twin flame, you know what I mean? So here is the energies that's coming through from Spirit in relation to what they want to share about the Divine Masculines in the collective at this time. So, and also in connection to each other here, I did a reading here for what is in focus for the Divine Masculine in connection to the Divine Feminine, and what is the focus for Divine Feminine in connection to the Divine Masculine. All right, so let me know if this reading resonates with you by liking, commenting, or sharing, subscribing to the channel. I welcome you all. Welcome everybody today. I hope you guys are doing well. So the reading that Spirit wants to share about is in connection to the Divine Masculine, is that there is this energy of some kind of restriction here. There is something taking place that is perhaps toxic in foundations and achievements. So when I talk about foundations and achievements, this is talking about the earth. All right, this can mean many different things, and from taking a higher, like a more higher approach, this could be about the current state of our reality. You know what I mean? The foundations and achievements here, like what does that represent there? There is this devil in reversed here. So there is something that is restrictive and perhaps toxic. There is some kind of fear, all right? There is some kind of denying of pleasures. There's something that is repressed, all right, in connection to foundations and achievements. So this is what Spirit wants to talk about in connection to the Divine Masculine. And it's about protecting the wild and the green here. So this has to do with the earth. So I'm getting the vibes that there's more to it than the than the twin flame connection. The twin flame connection is very significant, but they're wanting to talk about in the context of the earth, in the context of protecting the wild and the green. So the wild, I'm not very how do you say it? The wild energy is, there is no wild energy. The wild is a colonial term, all right, to indicate something that, you know, is left the way it is. Something is wild. Animals are wild. The trees and the grass, those are wild. It's not wild. That's part of nature. And so this wild energy has to do with the earth. That's how I'm interpreting this. And the Queen of Swords in reverse, we have nature here. So nature is the land, all right? The Queen of Swords in reversed is it's a heavier energy. It deals with the mind, maybe conflicts with the mind, conflicts with truth, right? Associated with the Queen of Wands here. There may be some kind of negativity associated with the Queen of Wands in reverse there as well. It could be an energy here where, you know, there's something conflicting, all right? There's something conflicting in terms of that, in terms of the nature, all right? It could also be about being flexible, all right? It's an energy of needing to be flexible. It's an energy about allowing others to be right, all right? So your way is not everybody's way, all right? So it's being open, all right? It's being open with nature. It's being open with protection. And there's some kind of restriction here associated with the foundations and achievements. So another thing that I'm picking up here is that this reading has to do with being open with the environment and how it is. And it's associated with an energy of seeing a restriction in connection to foundations and achievement. All right, so this is another thing that I'm picking up too. So let's get into the energies Spirit wants to share about Divine Masculine. So Spirit is saying that there is a transformation taking place in the solar plexus chakra. There's a death and a rebirth. There's a major change that's taking place in connection to the solar plexus. So this changes is maybe there's going to be an upgrade of the solar plexus. Maybe it's going to change like the external world. And this external changes, this death energy, it could be, it's also associated with internal because that internal is part of that external as well. The solar plexus is about movement, right? So there's something changing there. There's some big change taking place in the solar plexus that has to do with having courage here. We have this lion energy here coming through. Lots of yellow energy. We also have a lot of yellow here as well. So there is a change going on for the Divine Masculine on a big level. This is energetically connected to the solar plexus, which is all about movement, and it's all about how you feel in the world and traveling in the world with that stability. You're moving through, like there's nothing stopping you, and there's courage here. So this is what's happening with the Divine Masculine at this time, and it's to have this energy of this equal give and take in the creativity. So this is about having an openness of creativity. So this creativity brings in different possibilities, right? And so with that upgrade of his solar plexus and in that courage, it's going to bring in a higher vibration, and that higher vibration has that creative, it has that creative energy that comes from spirit. It comes in from the universe, and this creativity brings in infinite possibilities, and this infinite possibilities has to do with equal give and take. All right, so these situations in the earth plane where you can have that equal give and take with other people, and an exchange of energy, an exchange of love, and being able to give love, being able to receive love, and it's reciprocal, like no one's taken more and the other one's like not getting anything, it's equally. So it's opening up the field to infinite possibilities of this equal give and take. And this is what's happening for the divine masculine. Now, when we can look at it at this in this lens, it's very profound, these changes that are occurring with the divine masculine at this time. And it's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight. You know what I mean? This is something that is taking place energetically, perhaps inside of the solar plexus. You know, there may have been, you know, maybe outdated energies there for quite some time. And so it's a matter of, you know, transforming those energies. There's a death there taking place. So something is dying. Things are dying inside of the solar plexus that are no longer of service for the divine masculine. And this new energy, which is bringing in this creativity, is coming inside of this solar plexus for the divine masculine, which is going to bring in new opportunities, all right, for this equal give and take. So when we're looking at it through this lens, this is very profound work that is being taken place when it comes to the divine masculine and this solar plexus energy that's coming through. The second one we have here is the Ace of Pentacles and the universe. So there is some kind of offer here that the universe is going to give to the divine masculine here. That's what I'm getting. This offer here, this is something solid that's going to be taking place in the physical. This is coming from the universe. So Spirit is saying that they're going to be giving an offer to the divine masculine in the physical. This is going to be some kind of solid offer, all right? This solid offer has to do with the embracing spirit, all right? So I feel like what this has to do with is like surrendering, all right? There is some kind of offer where it's going to be made to the divine masculine to embrace spirit, embracing spirit so that he can spiritually grow, all right? There is this energy of the Queen of Cups here associated with the spiritual growth. This could be the divine feminine in this energy of the Queen of Cups as this personal growth. This could be about embracing spirit for this feminine's personal growth as well, all right? This could be, yeah, it could be that way as well. What else could we, this could be also about his personal growth. This could be his personal growth in terms of his feminine side, his feminine energy. This could be about his feminine energy as well. This intuitive energy, this emotional energy, this caring energy. It could be about that as well for him to embrace that more as part of his personal growth. Spirit, it will be making a solid offer towards that. That could be something that Spirit wants to share as well. Alrighty. Okay, so we're gonna get into the third part here. We have sacral chakra. Okay, so that's passion, right? That's the passion. You know, it's a lower vibrational chakra. Like it's not as fast as, let's say, the crown chakra is. The sacral chakra, we have sorrow and sadness. Okay, so Spirit is wanting to say is that for the divine masculine, all right, what they want to share about divine masculine is that there's sadness inside of his sacral chakra. There's a lot of sorrow. So the solar plexus is in charge of creativity, It's in charge of expression. It's in charge of sexuality. All right, passion. There's sadness there, so there's a lot of like lower vibe energies inside of his sacral chakra. All right, and that could be because of a number of things. This could have been because of mistreatment of you, or mistreatment of other people, or maybe some traumatic experiences that he has gone through that has been held into his sacral chakra. All right, there could be a number of reasons why there is this energy of sadness and sorrow, and it's connected to the past, related to his energetic center of the sacral chakra. And Spirit is saying there is an energy of seeking the lesson here. So I feel like Spirit is saying is that Divine Masculine is in the process of looking for what the lesson is in connection to his sadness and his sorrow that is lodged inside of his sacral chakra. Now, it's associated here with spirituality. So I feel like it has to do with some type of, this is spiritual path, spiritual growth. There is something here having to do with maybe his beliefs and his values as well, connected with the spirituality. And there is the Eight of Pentacles here. This is a work energy. This is you working independently, working hard on your craft in connection to spirituality. All right, so I feel like Spirit is saying is that the Divine Masculine is working on understanding more and working on his values and beliefs connected to his spirituality, to seek the lesson where there is sadness and sorrow in connection to perhaps his passion, his creativity, his self-expression. Like, why is there that sadness and why is that sorrow there? What is blocking that sacral chakra? He's looking to find what the answers are, and he's diligently working on that with the Eight of Pentacles. And it could be associated with his values and his beliefs that are lodged inside of the sacral chakra, connected to sadness, where he's looking to find those answers. It's related to his spiritual path. Alrighty. The fourth one here we have is third eye chakra. So I just wanted to show you guys that for Divine Masculine's reading here, we have lots of chakra energy coming through for Divine Masculine that Spirit wants to talk about. So we have the solar plexus, sacral chakra, and third eye for Divine Masculine. Right now, Spirit is saying regarding Divine Masculine is that Divine Masculine is tempering his third eye, tempering his vision, all right? Not going to extremes, not being too hot, not being too cold, finding the balance. This temperance reminds me of the yin and yang energy. Like, this is a balancing, not going to extremes. This tempering is related to the third eye. This third eye is the vision. This is all about your vision. This is all about like what you see, what you want to create. This is what you project with your mind, how things are going to manifest in your life. So this third eye here, there is a tempering of that, Spirit is saying, and it's relating to becoming a shapeshifter. All right, there is a change here. There's a shifting of energies here. Instead of being super sad, we're going to go to being super happy. Instead of being angry, we're going to be happy, and vice versa. Becoming the shapeshifter is knowing that you can change your reality. You can shift, you can shift into a different way, like in an instant, basically. So knowing that you are the master of your life, to become the shapeshifter. And it's related to mental entrapment with the intuition, all right? Feeling some kind of, like with the intuition, when you know what your intuition is telling you, and then something comes up in the mind, and usually this swords energy, air energy, is the mind. So it's like mental entrapment in your, it causes this mental entrapment, and then you get caught up in these thoughts, and then ego comes in, and then it blocks the intuition. And so what I'm getting here is that for the divine masculine is that for the divine masculine to temper his vision, all right, this vision that he has, like what he wants to create, he is becoming the shapeshifter when it comes to his intuition, and when it comes to when there's these energies of the mind that blocks the intuition, he tempers that by becoming the shapeshifter. And when it comes to the mentally entrapped feelings and thoughts associated with the intuition and what it's telling him. All right, so this is what's coming through, that Spirit wanted to share about what is happening with the divine masculine at this time. So, and this is all in regards to this restrictive energy that's inside of this foundations and achievements. So when you look at it from this lens, you know, you could see that divine masculine is, you know, trying to, you know, do the best that he can with what he's given. And that's what I feel is taking place. And this reading about being open with this nature really connects to being open with, because our circumstance and then their circumstance, we're not living their circumstance, so we can't fully know and experience what they're going through. So I feel like this is a good way to help to maybe show that perspective, and wanting to give thanks to Spirit for sharing that in a good way. So now we're going to get into the what is the focus here for divine feminine and divine masculine. Now this can be on this could be on a very deep level, all right? This could be something that maybe there's an awareness of this, maybe there's not an awareness, or maybe there is, but it's like you're not fully consciously aware of it. So just keep that in mind, all right? So the first thing that we have, I only got one energy here, but I got cards to explain it better. Hopefully it helps. Divine feminine's focus here is play. Okay, when it comes to the divine masculine here, like the mirroring, right? The mirroring of the two of you, and the mirroring is wounds. It could be wounds, right? Wounds to be healed. That's the significance of the twin flame connection, like is healing, right? And looking at the wounds and overcoming those wounds to become stronger, to become more independent, to become more fully in love and light. So here we have Loki play. So this play is like being able to be active in the world in a higher vibrational energy, all right? What is being healed here with this play is this energy of wild. So this wild energy is like, I don't like the word wild because it's a colonial term to label something that is bad. And this is what this wild is. It's the label, okay? The label is giving a definition of something that is right, wrong, good, or bad. This wild energy is not wild. Divine feminine is not wild, all right? But this energy of wild, she is wild, okay? And so this wild energy can be in the context of different scenarios that are going on for each divine feminine. But because of this connection, perhaps, right? How, in the context of the divine feminine as somebody wild, okay, so she's not wild, but that label, or what this means, this wild, that something is bad, something is not good, right? This is where she's wanting to, she's focused on the play of that. She's focused on the light energy in connection to this wild, because she's not wild. All right, that's what I'm getting here. And it's here, it says here skill. It has to do with skill. So it's like working on this. Skill is working on something. Like you're working on to master something. All right, you're working on a certain skill. You're working on something, and it's associated with the inner child here. So there is something connected to the past, all right? There is something connected to the past. There is something connected to this wild, where she's working on this play. She's focused on play. She's focused on getting out there, having fun, perhaps. She's focusing on she's not wild and being out there and playing. Does that make sense? I hope it does. She's and when I say he or she, I'm not talking about the genders as well, guys. The divine feminine is really wanting to be in an environment where she is herself. She doesn't have any labels, all right? She's not holding on to this wild label or whatever. It's just free. It's just play. You know, when you're a child, you know, you don't call each other wild, or you don't call anybody anything. You just are who you are. And that energy of play, all right, it's free. There's nothing there, all right? It's just play, and it's just being free. And there's nothing in the consciousness about wild. You know what I mean? It's just you being you and being free. That's how I'm getting this. And so there is something here where she's working on this, and it could be connected to some kind of inner child wounds. And it's associated with an energy of walking away. So this is either about her walking away from a situation, maybe walking away from the connection, all right, leaving things behind and walking away to come into this energy of play and healing this energy of this wild, all right? So, let's see here. All right, so this will be the last part. The video had to cut off there for a second there. So, I wanted to mention too, when we get back to this here, where we're talking about divine feminine here. So, basically what Spirit is saying, what is happening here is that there is a lot of fears right now. Okay, there may be some type of fears, there may be some type of illusions that divine feminine is battling right now. It may or may not be a battle. She may be taking a strong stance in connection to this fear, this moon energy. Something is dark, something is not very clear. And so the moon's energy is a darker energy that she's needing to utilize her intuition to navigate through this energy of this play and this wild, okay? So through this moon's energy that's coming through, and what Spirit is saying here is that she is taking some type of action here. She's going through this with this Queen of Wands energy, she's taking action with her passion, right? She's being confident, and she's being magnetic, like she's following through, not backing down, and going through this energy that she's focused on with the divine masculine, through this Queen of Wands energy. And it's related to a brutal ending, okay? So things that ended brutally between you, divine feminine, and divine masculine. So this could have been her pain that she felt, like a brutal ending from the pain that she felt. And this brutal ending, you know, could have been associated with the inner child, right? And so that wounding, that painful ending that's associated with that inner child wound, right? And the fears and the darkness, like the unknown associated with that moon's energy, she's taking action on that. All right, she's taking action in this Queen of Wands energy. She's not backing down, right? She's going through this energy with confidence and leadership, and there's passion there. All right, so this is something that I feel like Divine Feminine is this is what her focus is on, in connection to the Divine Masculine, and it's associated with this walking away energy. So she could have walked away, or this is that energy of that walking away from things that are not serving you. So she could have walked away from the situation to focus on this, or this could have been like a walking away energy that happens in the connection, however way that resonates for you. We're going to get into Divine Masculine's focus now. What is his focus in connection to Divine Feminine? So right now what we have here is beauty and cycles. So what I feel here is that Divine Masculine is working on a cycle to enhance beauty. And when I mean beauty, this is not physical beauty. It's like maybe feeling the beauty, viewing the beauty, feeling the beauty, being the beauty, and understanding beauty. Maybe there is something here that is like there's something ugly, and it's seeing the beauty in the ugly, something like that. You know what I mean? Or maybe feeling beauty or feeling ugly, something like that. But seeing the beauty, like being kind to yourself, forgiving yourself, you know, seeing, you know, the good, like there's different perspectives, right? So maybe it's like seeing seeing things from a different way, seeing things from a more in a way that's more higher vibrational. So that's what I'm getting here. There's a cycle here he's focused on. All right, this is something that maybe he wants a new cycle, like a new cycle of beauty, like seeing things in beauty, what this beauty represents. That's what I'm getting, what this is about. But with this beauty here, what needs to heal is this cycles, all right? So there is a cycle here ending. That's what I'm getting here. Or he's trying to work on the cycle of this beauty, all right? This needs to heal. There's a cycle. So this is something major. This is not something small. This is something going on in his life that was perhaps repeating, a repeating cycle. Maybe this is a karmic lesson for him regarding this beauty here. And this beauty could be associated with Divine Feminine too, right? Or this could be about him. Or just this, his perspective and his beliefs associated with beauty, all right? There is a cycle here that needs to be healed that's coming through, all right? This is what his focus is on, all right? It has to do with fear, okay? So we have fear, all right? So I'm getting here what there is there's a lot of deep-rooted fear. There's a lot of deep-rooted fears that come up, and these fears, he's wanting to transform these fears. It says alchemy. So he's wanting to transform these fears. That's what this is what the reading is about. Him working to transform fears, and it's involving healing again. So healing and resting, putting down your truth, and transforming that fear through healing. All right. So this is what he's focused on. This is something, you know, that's not, you know, gonna happen overnight. All right. It takes time to heal, right? It takes time to find out these wounds. It takes time to find out these things. And it says here beauty and cycles. All right. So the fear associated with the beauty, and this could also be this expression of beauty as well. That's another thing that I'm getting here, and it's a cycle. All right, so there is some kind of fear inside of this cycle here that needs to be healed. All right, and the fear may be stopping him from moving, right? And so it's transforming that fear to heal. All right, Four of Swords there. So what is happening, Spirit saying, is that there is this energy of Hierophant, Eight of Pentacles, and we have here King of Hearts here. So what I get here is we had Eight of Pentacles for him before here with this spirituality here. Seek the lesson, Five of Cups. So I feel like there's something associated with that as well here. The Hierophant is taking a very strong approach. It's like a rigid energy. It's an energy where you're following something very rigorously, very rigidly. Like you don't want to get off that. You stay on track with it. You are religiously, you know, following something. So there could be an energy of rich traditions, all right, strong traditions. There could be an energy of this rigidity and this traditions, all right. There is an energy of the Eight of Pentacles here, which is telling me that there is some kind of working, all right. There is some kind of mastering, self-mastery, working on something diligently, to become an expert or to perfect something, to become better at your craft. And this is it's associated with being in the heart center, being the King of Cups here. So this beauty here, I feel like that's connected to this King of Cups energy. So the King of Cups is being emotionally mastered and being from the heart center, all right? And this is about intuition. This is about vulnerability. This is about emotional stability, mastering your emotions. This is expression of emotions, knowing your emotions, communicating your emotions as well. There's a lot of creativity in there. There is a beauty. There is an expression in there as well. There's feelings involved. You know, there's an emphasis on the heart center there. So I feel like Divine Masculine, like what Spirit is saying is that they're working on perhaps this rigidity in their life. Maybe they were rigid in a certain cycle, perhaps, and now they're wanting to master themselves to this beauty, to become the King of Cups energy. There are some type of fears that they're working to alchemize and heal in order for this beauty to come through, because there is a cycle here that's been going on for the Divine Masculine that they are working on through this healing to alchemize fear and come into this energy of the King of Cups energy, because there is perhaps some type of traditions. Maybe this is representing traditions that were very rigid from the past, that did not involve this energy of beauty, that did not involve this King of Cups energy, perhaps. And there was a lot of perhaps fear-based energies, fear-based programming that now he's working to master. And this is what he's focused on at this time through healing. So I hope this reading helped in some way. I felt guided to do the reading in this way. And for those that were looking for an energy check-in, please forgive me on that. this is what I felt guided to do today at this time. So let me know if this resonates. And I want to thank you guys, and I'm wishing you guys all the best, and I love you, my beautiful collective. Until next time, take care. All the best.